In other words, that they have an influence in you. That's why when we get under the influence, we get under the influence. That's what under the influence is. This whole revival in the last 10 decades or so, it's grace revival, under the influence. Whoa! Under the influence. And look at this. For it is by God's grace, which means by His ability, by His influence, by His power, that we've been saved through faith. King James says, for it is by grace you're saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God. So we're saved by God's grace, through faith, and that is not of ourselves. So in other words, even the faith that it takes to believe, to be saved, even that is granted as a gift. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! Let's read some of the translations so we hear what the King James says. It says, let's hear the translation. For it's by God's grace you've been saved through faith. It is not your own doing. King James says, not of works, lest any man should boast. Wow. Because what's coming, this supernatural conference here, is only like a warm-up, a preparation to stir our hearts for the supernatural revival that is coming, of the manifestations of God's supernatural. I've seen it several times. The Lord has transformed me in the future twice clearly. Yes, I've seen what's coming. Whoa, the supernatural demonstration of the visible presence of God publicly, so that here in America, the biggest stadiums will be filled with a physical, publicly visible demonstration of God's cloud of glory, of His revealed presence. People are going to see. I've seen in my transport in the future. I've been to the future in a moment of as the glory is coming down on people in these huge stadiums, and people seeing, as the glory is touching, they're seeing God. I see the eyes, the look of people who are seeing God at the moment of contact. And the cloud would cover them. I just see rows and rows and rows and rows and rows. I see their look. I don't see what they see. I see the look of their eyes. That's enough. The glory of God is touching. They see the Lord. I see the Lord. His train fills the temple. I see the Lord. This is the look that is coming. But you're the forerunners, You're the forerunners of that look, And some of you have not quite got the look yet, but it's the stuff to see it is in you, the new heart. You already loaded, and it's like a bomb. It's just ticking one day, And you're the birthing, that's like the birthplace of this whole thing, our hearts together. Whoa! Shabbat. Yeah, the look. Whoa! For it is by God's grace, but nobody should boast, because see, if you're not seeing what He did on the cross to pay for this, you are going to somehow get some idea that you're contributing to this. You have something to do, with how you got saved, and how you're keeping getting saved and being saved, and how you're helping others getting saved. But the truth is, we cannot take any credit. When we stand before the Lord, none of us would ever testify like, well, see, the reason I'm here and the way I got here, let me tell you, angels, it was a hard work. I tell you what, it wasn't easy. I think some of you are helping me, but let me tell you what I had to do, So you cannot testify like that. You're going to say, Jesus, I'm here because of you. God, I'm here. Father, I'm here. I couldn't even believe. I didn't even know even how to believe. Like, for instance, I was a communist. I was atheist. I couldn't even believe. I had no faith. They were brainwashing me. So even the faith that it took for me to get saved, it had to be a gift. So I'm going to stand before the Lord, and I tell everybody that I had no faith. I had no faith to believe that He is. Without faith is impossible. I had no faith, so I have no chance. Absolutely no chance. At least if you believe that there is a God and He's great, good, and somehow He can save you, at least you can get some credit for that. But I had no faith that even there is a God. Hello. Whoosh. And so he had to deposit in me the gift of faith to believe that he is, and to believe that he wants to save me, he loved me, he paid for me on the cross. All that is a gift. Woo! So I'm going to testify in heaven about what my